Okay, greetings one and all, and welcome to day number 3. That's day number 3, week 8, spring 2024. Again, that's day number 3, week 8, spring 2024, and it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you here for this evening's class. Let's begin. Today is definitely Wednesday. It's Wednesday the 28th of February. This is the second to last day of February 2024. The subject is, of course, mathematics. And the topic is going to be looking at average speed. So we have been looking at, for the last few days, we've been looking at what topic? Anyone can remember? What topic we've been looking at for the last few days?
Time
questions, right? So we've been meddling with that, figuring out elapsed time and how long some take and looking at the clock and all that stuff. Today we're going to be looking at average speed, and average speed ties right into what we've been doing with all those stuff about time questions. And so this is going to be an interesting segue, and it should be a natural next topic, a natural topic in the sequence of topics. So it should be a natural progression because we just finished time questions, and so average speed is very much so connected to time, right? Does anyone know the formula for average speed? There's a formula that we use for average speed whenever we calculate it. Does anyone know the formula for average speed?
No, sir.
Nope. No one know the formula for average speed? Anyone ever heard of the
Distance times speed?
distance times speeds? Close. There is a triangle. There is an important triangle. So let's write this down. That helps us to memorize the formulas. Write this down for me, please. So we have this triangle that helps us to memorize the formulas for average speed, distance, and time. The triangle, the special triangle, we say the speed, distance, time triangle is given or is shown below. So there's a particular triangle. We call it the speed, distance, time triangle, and that helps us to figure out like the formula for the average speed, the formula for the distance, the formula for the time, and we could rearrange it to figure out like the different formulas. Whereas,
You've got to put comma between distance and time.
Thank you. Okay, so where is Aliana and Brianna role? Aliana and Brianna role?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I posted the link inside the chat. I need y'all to work on that as well. Y'all understand me?
Yes, sir.
Good. So let me put the triangle inside the chat. Speed, distance, time triangle. Very well-known triangle that we use to figure out the distance, the average speed, and the time width, right? All of them are intricately connected to one another. So this is a triangle right here. So I need you to draw this triangle. So this is a triangle. Anyone ever saw this speed, distance, time triangle?
Yes,
Whenever-
sir.
Yes.
sir.
Good. Now, so from this triangle, it's telling you, basically all of the formulas, right? So based on this triangle, what is the formula for average speed?
Distance times time.
Nope,
Distance times speed.
nope,
Speed times time.
nope.
Oh, distance divided by time.
Distance divided by time. So average speed, based on this formula, based on this table, is going to be the distance, right? Divided by what? Divided by
Time.
the time. Okay, so how did we get that, right? I'm gonna say, so Petit, how did you know that? Well, the trick is that whatever one that you want to find, you cover it. So if we want to find the speed, I'm gonna cover speed, right? So the speed is going to be the distance divided by the time. Okay, so that's the trick. So if I want to find the speed would be distance over time, right? So I don't include the speed. If I want to find the speed would be distance divided by time. Now, if I want to find before I move on, what is the formula for the average speed?
Distance over time.
Distance divided by time.
Distance divided by time. That's the formula for average speed. All right, so we say the distance divided by the time, okay? That's the formula for average speed. Where's Siren? Siren, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, I need you to do the link that's in the chat as well.
Yes, sir.
So average speed is going to be distance divided by time. Now, the next thing that we need to do is we need to figure out what is the distance. Now, let's do time. Time is like naturally easier. So time is going to be what? If we're trying to figure out time is going to be what?
Distance divided by speed.
Distance over speed, right? Distance over speed. Now, someone may say, Mr. B, how do we get that? I don't know how we get it. Okay, well, hold your horses. And if you look, let's cover time, right? Cover time. So what we're gonna do is the formula for time is gonna be what? Distance divided by what? Distance divided by speed. All right. So, class, what is the formula for average speed?
Distance divided by time.
Distance. I'm not only talking to 4 persons, so let me ask the question again. What's the formula for average speed?
Distance divided by time.
Divided by time. I mean, speed.
Distance divided by time. Very good. So that's the formula for average speed. So you're going to take the distance, the total distance. That's very important that you take the total distance and you can divide it by the total time taken, right? The total time taken. Okay, and then if you want to find out the time is going to be what is the formula for finding the time, class?
Distance divided by speed.
Distance divided by speed.
Distance divided by speed.
Divided by speed.
Very good. Distance to distance divided by the speed. Okay. Okay, good, perfect. So average speed is distance over time. Time is distance over speed. Okay. And lastly, this is the tricky one. What's going to be the distance? How are we going to figure out the distance?
Speed divided by time.
Nope.
Oh, speed times time.
Speed times time. Very good. Speed multiplied by time. So speed multiplied by time. So this is going to be, let me put this in green. But, all right, so those are your 3 formulas, right? That's going to be helpful for this particular section of our discussions. So we're going to be using these 3 formulas. We're going to really use average speed a lot, especially at your level. You don't have to do time and distance. Not like that. They typically ask for average speed most of the times. Unless you're doing like PGCSE, you don't have to change it for time and distance. But we're still gonna do it because I want you to know how to do it. But the thing that you could definitely expect on your exam is the average speed one. So again, before we move on, what's the formula for average speed?
Distance divided by time.
Distance divided by time.
Distance divided by time. If you are here and you're not answering, please don't let me call you out. When I'm speaking not only to 4 persons, I'm speaking to you, the whole class. So let me ask the question again. What is the formula for average speed?
Distance divided
Distance
by
time.
Divided by time.
Okay, good. Distance divided by time. What's the formula for time?
Distance divided by
by
speed.
speed.
Distance divided by speed. And what is the formula for distance?
Speed times time.
Speed times time.
Speed times time. And there's a special triangle that helps us to figure out these formulas. What do we call that triangle?
The speed, distance, time triangle.
Yeah, the speed, distance, time triangle. Okay. Good. Do y'all understand how we got these 3 equations?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, so
Okay, good. So let's go then. Let's do some questions on average speed. Let me know when it's time for me to move this because I know some of you are still writing this down.
I'm done writing.
You're done writing, good.
Not done.
Well, we know it, Jerem, you always take long to do everything.
I done.
So make sure write this down before we move on. The average speed is the distance divided by the time. Good. The time is going to be the distance over speed. And the distance is going to be the distance is going to be the speed times the time. All right, so okay, so let's create a question. So examples.
Pardon me, Mr.
Uh-huh. Put this in the chat.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sure. So let's use an example. So let's say we have I'm gonna separate the screen into 2, give you 2 solid examples, and then we can move on from there. See if we could make it a bit varied, right? So now example number 1. So let's say that give me a girl name.
Leo. Sally.
Would you say Aaliyah?
Yes.
Aaliyah. Okay, so Aaliyah is a cyclist. Everyone know what a cyclist is, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
She
Yes, sir.
cycles from the mall All right, so she cycles from the mall to her home. In 2 hours. The distance from the mall to her home is 24 kilometers. Calculate or determine her average speed. All right, so we have the cyclist. Her name is Aaliyah. She cycles from the mall all the way to her home. Now, what is her distance? What is the distance that she traveled based on the question?
24 kilometers.
24
kilometers.
24 kilometers, very good. 24 kilometers. And what time did she take? How long did it take her to do that? To go from
2 hours.
2 hours, very good. So we have to use, in order to figure this out, right? We have to
Seriously,
use,
bro.
yes,
Do you want us to write this down? Just want to just.
of course. What are you gonna do with it? Just look at it? All right, so the average speed. The average speed formula is what? It's gonna be what? The distance divided by what?
Time.
Distance
Time.
divided by time. So we can use that formula. What is the distance based on this question?
24 kilometers.
24 kilometers.
Divided by time.
Yeah, 24 kilometers. So it's gonna be 24 kilometers. What is the time?
2 hours.
2 hours.
For 2 hours. And so if we want to figure out the average speed, which you're gonna get 24 divided by 2, which is what?
12.
12.
Well,
So the average speed is gonna be what? 12. 12 what?
Kilometers, I think.
Kilometers.
Kilometers
Per hour.
per hour. All right. 12 kilometers per hour, because speed is a rate, right? Speed is a rate. So it has to be, distance covered over a certain time, right? So the average speed is going to be, no, let me just keep it one color. Okay, good. All right, so do we understand how we got this answer of 12 kilometers?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm talking to the class. Do you understand how I got 12?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So let me explain it one more time. It says Aaliyah, cyclist. She cycles from the mall to her home in 2 hours. The distance from the mall to her home is 24 kilometers. Calculate her average speed. So average speed is distance divided by what?
Time.
Distance divided by time, yeah. The distance is
24
24 kilometers, yeah.
24 kilometers.
Yeah, and then
2 hours.
and the time taken is 2 hours. So we divide. This is very important. We divide. So we divide 24 by 2. And 24 divided by 2 is what?
12.
12.
12. And that's gonna be when we divide that, it's gonna be 12 kilometers per hour. All right, make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Good. I need Amarnik. Can you explain this, please?
To find the average speed, you have to do distance over time. The distance is 24 kilometers. So, and the time is 2 hours. So you put 24 kilometers over 2, and then you divide. 2 can go into 24 12 times. So the answer is 12 kilometers.
Very good. And Renee,
Yes, sir.
tell me how to do this.
I have to read the question first, right?
That's correct.
Aaliyah is a cyclist. She cycles from the mall to her home in 2 hours. The distance from the mall to her home is 24 kilometers. Calculate her average speed. So first, you have to put the formula. Average speed equals distance over time.
Mm-hmm.
So then you have to get first put average speed equals 24 kilometers because that was the distance from mall to our home.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to put it over 2 hours. And then you divide them and you get 12 kilometers or hours.
Very good. 12 kilometers per hour, right? That's how we read that, 12 kilometers per hour. Okay, let's do another one. So I'm gonna do a next one, next example. Example number 2. So let's use Ryan this time. Ryan is a pilot. He flies. Sorry, I spelled it wrong. He flies his helicopter from Bimini to Grand Bahama. Let's say it takes him in 3 hours. The distance from Bimini to Grand Bahama is, let's see, it's 145 miles. Calculate the average speed. Calculate the average speed of the helicopter. All right, so okay, so how would we do this? We know that we have Ryan, he flies his helicopter from Bimini to Grand Bahama. How long did it take him to get from Bimini to Grand Bahama?
3 hours.
3 hours.
So 3 hours, good. And what's the distance from Grand Bahama to Bimini?
145 miles.
145 miles. So if you're trying to find the average speed, how would we do that?
Those are
divided by
Distance
Distance divided by
time.
time. So distance divided by time, so it's gonna be, let's first put the formula. Average speed equals to distance over time. What's the distance traveled?
145 miles.
100 and
45 miles.
wait, I say 45. I'm so sorry. 135. It's supposed to be 135. So distance traveled is 135 miles. And then the time taken is what?
3 hours.
3 hours.
3 hours.
3 hours, good. 3 hours. Okay, so good. So 135 miles over 3 hours. Let me put this in plural. Okay, so we have the divide, right? So we have to divide 135 by 3. And let's do that. Let's divide that somewhere. Where could we put this? So 3 into 135. Okay, how many times does 3 go into 13?
Yes,
Four.
sir.
4 times, right? 3 times 4 is what?
12.
12.
12.
12.
So we do 13 minus 12, which is what?
1.
1. Good. And we bring down the
5.
5.
5.
And so how many times does 3 go into 15?
5. 5.
5 times. 5 times, good. So 3 times 5 is
15.
15. Zero, 5 minus 5 is
0.
0. 1 minus 1 is
0.
0. Good. So what does that mean? The average speed is going to be what?
45 miles.
Miles per hour.
45.
Miles per hour.
Is
hour.
it going to be kilometers per hour?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So
Gonna be
45
miles
miles.
per hour. Very good. 45 miles per hour. Okay, good. Let me know if you understand how we got this. Again, let me
do.
know if you understand.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I need everyone to
understand.
respond, please. Let me know if you understand how we got this.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I
So-
understand how we got this.
Okay, good. Jeremiah, can
Excuse me,
you
Mr. T.
go ahead, Dari?
Inside the exam, right? Like if you have the answer right and all that, but you don't have the what they call like you don't have miles per hours, right? Like you just have miles or something. Would it be wrong?
You need the units because it's speed, right? Now, sometimes they might put it for you on the side, but if they don't put it, then you have to put it yourself. All right.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, good. So, Jeremiah, can you explain how we got our answer for 45 miles per hour?
We use distance times speed. The distance is 335 miles,
You mean 135?
135 miles,
Mm-hmm.
and the time is 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So we divide it by 3, and it gives you 45.
Good. Thank you. And Angel, can you explain how we got our answer?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
So we're trying to get the average speed. So average speed equals distance over time, and the distance is 135 miles, and the time is 3 hours. So we divide 135 by 3, and we get 45 miles / hours.
Very good. Good. All right, so it's very simple, right? But this one you're just dividing, right? So you're gonna take the distance and divide it by the total time. All right, good. Okay, so we can move from this, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me, I think we're ready for the great exercise. So let's go ahead. So great exercise.
Excuse me, Mr. Batik. Jeremy is calling you inside the chat.
Oh yeah, Jeremy, let me put this inside the thing for him. Okay, great exercise. Number 1. So I'm just gonna give you a series of them, and hopefully you do them properly. I don't know how much.
Excuse me, Mr. Batik.
Go ahead.
Can you put example 2 inside the chat, please?
Did you look? It's right there.
For some reason, for me, it's not showing, so.
Okay. Network the neck. Okay. Let me see something. Say it again.
Remember the last time we saw this?
I did, but the problem is, it said the message could not be sent. Say something about network something. Network error. Let me resend it again. Did it send? Wow, messages could not resend. Retry. Retry.
Did you get me?
I can hear you now.
I just got the mic fixed. Can you explain what you did for number 2? This I keep getting kicked out of the meeting.
I'll just divide it. So it's 3 hours here. So I divide 135 by 3. And the same thing for example 1. Just divide 24 by 2. So you're just dividing. Can someone take a screenshot of this and put it inside the chat, please? Because for some reason my own it is not allowing me to send it. So can someone take a picture of this and send it in the chat? Or if you yeah, it's not inside the chat. Did anyone do it yet?
Grandma did it, Mr. Batik.
Someone did it? Okay. Okay, good. Yeah, I can't even see the chat. That's weird.
Sorry I'm late, Mr. Petita. I just got home.
That's Liam. You done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Javin is a snowmobile.
You using me?
Yeah, using you. Driver. He traveled from the fire camp to the storage facility in the north in 4 hours. The distance from the fire camp and the storage facility is 36 kilometers. Calculate the average speed of the snowmobile A train travels a distance of 108 miles in 6 hours. Determine its determine the train's average speed. A long distance runner traveled a long distance runner travels 34 miles in 2 hours. Determine the average speed of this runner. Jaden is a boat captain. He sailed from Exuma to Eleuthera in 3 hours. The distance from Exuma to Eleuthera is 54 kilometers. Calculate the boat's average speed. A lizard runs a rock to a nearby shrub in 2 hours. The distance the shrub to the is 16 miles. Determine his average speed. Oh, there's only 5 so far. Wow. It's feeling more questions. Only 5. Lisa is Lisa decides to drive from New York to Florida. The distance from New York and Florida is 468 kilometers. It takes her 4 hours to make the Indigo to commute. Determine or calculate her average speed. Okay, just 6. I'm just gonna give you 6 questions. So all of them are basically saying the same thing. We want to determine the average speed. Remember, average speed is going to be distance divided by time. I wonder if it will allow me to send the previous slide. I'm gonna try. Still no. Still. Clement, can you resend the picture again, please? Because Reagan just joined.
Timothy, it
Mhm.
says that you send the picture inside the chat just now.
It did say I sent it. Okay,
Yes, sir.
interesting. Okay, good. Where's Reagan?
I'm ready, yes, sir.
I posted the. Why are you late in the first place?
I wasn't late. I was here from 6 something, but my Wi-Fi was giving up.
Oh, okay. Why you sound like you're sleeping?
I just don't feel too good. My chest hurting.
Oh, you feel ill. Okay. Do you understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where's Demetria?
Yeah.
What number you on?
3.
Number 3. Good. Akira, what number you on?
Number 2,
Number
3,
number 3. Alicia, what number you on?
Number 3.
Number 3. And Aliyah. Aliyah, did you do the work before? Or are you on this work?
I on this work.
Okay, so you already wrote it down?
Yes,
Cons-
sir.
Okay, did you send it to me yet?
I'll send it right now.
Okay, and Amaranik, what number you on?
3.
Number 3. And Angel, what number you on?
Number 3.
Okay. Um, Aliana, what are you working on?
I'm on number 3.
Okay. And Andrea, what are you working on?
2018, Mr. Petit.
Okay. And Angel, what number you on?
3.
3. Ashane, Ashane Fernando, what number you on? Um, where's Ashane? Ashane Fernando?
I think she
She
said
said in the
number
chat she
2.
was on number 2.
She's number 2, okay. Where's Milo? Where's Milo? Milo, you there?
She's in the chat.
That's the thing. I can't see the chat. Like the chat is not working for me.
She said yes, sir.
I can't see the chat. I wonder if I should. Okay, so I'm going to leave and join back, but someone is going to be the host. Whoever's the host, make sure you join me back, please. Again, I'm gonna leave and join back. Whoever's the host, it automatically selects host. Whoever's the host, join me back. So let me leave and come back.
Okay.
Pardon?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me leave, and then I hope I don't end the meeting. Okay. How do I? Oh, I got to assign a host. Cool. That's pretty cool. Andrea. Where's Andrea?
Yes, sir.
When I come back, when I leave, you could be the host. So just join me back.
Yes, sir.